We open up with the ship is about 9 hours away from the edge of the system. Sorry, not 9 hours. About 20 hours away from the edge of the system. Your friends are about 8 hours away from the edge of the system. You still maintain your detection lock on Nightshade and on Ship of Idiots.
When did they become our friends?
I may have said that in the wrong order. Um, oh, you mean I may have said that differently. I mean, never mind that. It was just a choice of words.
I'm sure you used quotation marks.
Yeah, that's it.
We're well wishers in the sense that we don't wish them any direct harm.
Your friends, leave it. And that's it. Everybody is kind of broken from their conversations to do their own things, whether it be resting or going back about business. Matt, have you deleted or taken off $3,000 or 3,000 credits worth of scrap for the hull maintenance?
I hadn't done that yet because I was.
Yeah, go ahead and do that.
We were
and,
still in the middle of that. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and do that, and we'll also take away that hit point loss.
Cat, that's my sock. It's not a toy.
All right.
I know you beg to differ. Well,
Okay.
Cap's kind of stuck on the bridge at the moment.
She technically isn't. She can feel like she is. But as has been pointed out, if there's anything that requires immediate human attention, the pilot and captain will get blips and maybe even comms, depending on what it is. Will get notified on their data pads, and the amount of time it takes to get from one side of the ship to the other. I think I said it was 200 meters? Actually, no, it's 120 meters across. So that's 120 meters of ship pathways, some of which is up and down. So it can take anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. But at the scale that we're dealing with, 5 or 10 minutes is it's lost time, but it's not going to make the difference. You're not going to get hit in those 5 to 10 minutes. Typically, you'll have advance notice of any normal events, half hour to 2 hours, possibly even 3 or 4 hours in advance of it becoming something you are actively
have to
dealing
be
with.
on the bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to be on the bridge for.
So a lot of piloting is just setting the course, and telling the ship, do this. There are a few things like when Hugo goes above trimming the course and is actually pulling gravity assist maneuvers. He's got to be there for that entire thing.
Yeah.
But right now you just have a course set. Cap could step away if she's okay with losing 5 or 10 minutes to get back to the bridge in case of need.
I mean, her office is not far, right?
No, in fact, in the map that is still being built, her office is literally around the corner from the bridge.
Like Picard's ready room.
Yeah, the only difference is that she actually has to leave the bridge to through that secured area, basically where Picard would normally come up through the elevator, as being the only access into the bridge. She has to leave through that same exit and is in a hallway that leads to other things, but her office is right there.
Okay.
And there is also on the new map a crew ready room right across the hall from Cap's office, which Emma will kindly decorate with bathroom facilities and other recreational standby things. I've recruited Emma to decorate the map once I've got it laid out how I want it.
Because I like that kind of stuff.
And I like that kind of stuff too, but I'm
I
not
like
as
it
good at it.
more.
I don't know if you like it more. I know that I'm not as good at it. Um,
Aw.
and I will. It does get a little bit tedious for me. Maybe because I get too OCD about positioning. Um, and I have other things that I really should be doing. So delegating and outsourcing is a much better idea.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I think
And
you.
like I said, I do enjoy doing it.
And
So
I
it's.
think you probably do enjoy it a little bit more than me.
I mean, yeah. I mean, in games where there is flexibility in decorating, I can literally spend hours.
We've seen you and Nick both.
So
And NG. Yep.
and NG, yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anyway.
This is definitely a case of know your strengths and know the strengths of people around you. Even though I like it, I should have somebody else do it so that I can do something else that I'm better at.
Like, putting together the system and DMing, because I will say this right now, I am a suck DM. It is not my strength. I am not good at it. And I don't enjoy it. So
And for some reason, you guys keep coming back to me, so I must be doing something right.
yeah.
It gives you more time to meticulously plan out every step that we'll take in the future.
Well, what I'm planning more is what everybody else is doing.
I know.
Stop teasing me. Not
anyway,
that I think you ever will.
No, you're a friend. We won't do that. We can't not tease you.
I know.
Anyway, Cap's gonna call Hugo to her ready room.
To her office or
her
the ready
office,
room?
yeah.
Okay.
Her office, yeah.
It is. Yeah, it actually is called her ready room. I'm not sure on the exact terminology. I know that I put the bridge crew ready room across from her office, and I called her ready room the office. So
that works.
All right.
Kind of six in one, half a dozen in the other.
Yep. Sorry for that unnecessary tangent.
That's okay.
Cap calls Hugo to Cap's office.
I can't remember if Colleen walked away at the end of our conversation, but anyway, Hugo's like, well, seems like she must have heard me speaking of her. Looks like she summoned me.
This actually makes... sorry, go ahead.
I'll be right back, dude. Carry on with the drinks.
No problem, man.
This actually makes a really good segue. I'm going to say that this occurred while Colleen was still there. That way we can switch the camera over to Dude and Colleen in case they'd have anything to say after Hugo and Cap are talking. So this should follow directly after last session.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm just gonna tell Dude I'm heading on over and then head on over.
Okay. It's a bit of a trek, but not too much. You're able to use the small personnel elevator. And in short order, Hugo arrives at Captain's office, just outside the bridge.
I'll just give it a knock. You needed me.
Yeah, come in, have a seat.
Ah. That's the place you've got.
There, when he walks in, there is there's a bottle of some kind of liquor and 2 shot glasses sitting on the desk.
She's not in the middle of menacingly cleaning her pistol.
No,
Done beforehand. Oh. Is that the same stuff dude has? I've just been drinking some of that stuff, or is it different?
since I don't really know what he has.
No,
This is
yeah, this is different. This is actual firewater from Holau. I believe Matt described dude pulling out a whiskey.
AFK for a
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah.
It was one of the ones that had been left in his cabin.
Yeah, that was from dude's personal stash from before memory loss. This is firewater that came from Holau, and as I distinguished before, this firewater is just a brand name, so this could be whatever kind of alcohol really that you want it to be, as long as it has some kind of native theming, Native American theming.
I don't know any Native American liquor, so we're just gonna call it firewater.
I mean, just don't say that it's cherry flavored, I guess is.
No, it's kind of smoky and peaty, like scotch.
Yeah, sounds like it would work.
I was gonna say you could also go with either tequila or mezcal, but Scotch works too.
Ooh, nope, tequila works better.
Okay.
And mezcal actually is kind of smoky.
I've never had it. I only know of it.
Was it all?
So,
Yeah.
what was you after?
I wanted to. Hells. I think we need to talk.
What about?
About what happened earlier on the. Sorry, my fizzy water decided to fizz up all over my shirt. Um. I think we need to talk about what happened on the bridge earlier.
Sure.
Insight check to see how, like, is he annoyed? Is he wary?
I leave whatever roles or non-roles you want to make between the two of you as players, unless anybody is being unreasonable. So that's a question that Ben can answer.
He's open to talk about it. Yeah, he ain't hiding anything.
Okay.
He seems pretty open and genuine.
Trying to think how she's gonna say this. Look, you're a damn good pilot, and I want you on my crew. We're gonna have to come to some sort of peace, if you're going to stay on the ship.
Okay. What's the
And
plan?
Sometimes I'm going to make decisions that you don't like. But I need you to understand that I am doing it for the safety of all of us. The decision that I made to get us the heck out of there was because we had an opportunity to leave. I don't know how many ships they've got on that planet. If we destroyed the ship, we could have stirred up a whole nest of people from the planet. And I can't afford to put the crew in that much danger. And that includes you.
Okay. So, do you understand why I did it though? To help them.
I understand you, yes, that you wanted to help them. And it's not that I am happy about leaving them to their fate. This isn't a decision that I make lightly. We can't protect them. I
Oh,
can't
but we
say
can
I
do
can't
little
save.
bits.
And we did help by taking on the ship that we took on.
Again.
Yeah, but don't you think we could have done more?
Yes, but possibly. But sometimes the risk outweighs the rewards. Going
I mean-
after the ship, destroying the ship could have stirred up an ant's nest that we couldn't afford to stir up.
Well, might I recommend talking to your crew? Seems like others had similar ideas.
Similar to yours?
Yeah. It's not for me to put words in their mouths, but I'd recommend you talk to them. Find out their views on what's happened. And what they
I
wish
can
they
get-
could have done.
Oh, listen, but my decision is not going to change.
Hopefully it'll just inform your decisions in the future.
Someone has to make the difficult choices, and I was the person who was chosen to make those.
By difficult choice, you mean to not give them a chance?
To leave? Yes.
Okay. Would you
I
have
will-
changed things? Would you have done anything differently than what you decided to do? Or are you happy with the decision you made?
She pours both of them a shot of the fire water and downs it, gesturing to the glass.
I guess that's one way to answer the question.
Let's see. I'm not always happy about the decisions that I have to make, but being happy about them doesn't mean that being happy about them doesn't make them necessarily the right or the wrong choice.
I don't know, but would you have changed what you did?
At this point, no.
Okay. So what's the plan next then? Where are we heading to?
Hello.
Interesting place.
That's one way to put it. We have a bounty to turn in, and we need to refuel.
Yeah. I mean, also drop off some firewater, can't we? Return it to its rightful owner. Or maybe keep it.
I was planning on selling it elsewhere since we got it off of the ship of idiots.
Ah, so taking it as a bonus payment.
You could say that.
So how long do you reckon until we get there?
You said 20 hours, Mike?
Yeah.
About 20 hours.
Well,
Okay.
that's just to the edge of the system, and then you've got the.
Oh, to the edge of the system.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not quite as good as you, but we've got 20 hours to the edge of the system and then jump.
All right.
Are you
Well-
willing to stay on as pilot?
I mean, I can't exactly get off the ship, can I?
If you wanted to take off at Holo, you could.
No,
Look,
putting ships there.
Yeah, I appear to be having some technical difficulties here. It looks like Discord is not playing nice for me. They have an inability to connect to Discord at all. There we are. Okay. Did Discord go down for all of you at the same time?
Nope.
No, just you.
Nope,
No,
it didn't go
or-
down at all.
Oh,
For
well,
none of us, in
Yeah,
fact.
must have
perfectly
just, might
fine.
have just been a West Coast issue then.
well, I hope you didn't just continue talking. If you
We did.
did,
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
did.
Yeah,
give.
they wouldn't have noticed. We didn't drop out of Discord immediately.
No, it was, yeah, unfortunately, it was kind of like a blip, and then you were back.
Well, give me a recap then of the last couple minutes.
Cap and Hugo were talking.
Yeah. Pretty much about what happened, what they're gonna do in the future.
Right,
What the
I
current
got
plan is.
got up to Holau and the discussion of the firewater and keeping it as kind of spoils. Was anything said after that?
Basically, just that Cap wants to keep working with Hugo and she wants him to stay, and they have to find some way to make peace. And Cap said that she will, when there's able to be time for discussion about what we're going to do, she will have that with the crew. But when it comes to situations like this where it's kind of like, okay, we've got to make a decision, then Cap is the one that makes that decision.
Okay. And what was Hugo's response to that?
Just don't know. We'll see, I guess. It's like, yeah, we'll see how things progress in the future.
Okay. Sorry about the technical difficulties.
Oh, that's all right. Basically, Cap is going to try to make an effort to involve the crew more in decision making.
I think
Except
everyone
in
will appreciate that.
situations where someone has to go, okay, it's time to cut our losses and leave.
Okay. Thank you for catching me up. Continue.
So head to Honolulu, and then, like I said, if what's happening after that?
Well, we have a few options, I think. We can try to unload the cargo of firewater. Or can you bring up the system map, Mike?
Yes. I sure can.
See, I was cheating. I was looking at sectors without number.
Oh, it helps if I'm looking at the right Discord. All right. And where was the planet with the cache?
That is Synthra.
Zentra. Okay.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, their former home system, right?
Right there. Yep.
Yes, that's where the Trent cache is located. That's also where the Ada Ada experiment factory facility was located, right?
That is correct.
I figured we can see if folks are down for trying to find that Trin cache.
I mean, seems like a good idea, especially getting the ship properly fixed.
Yes. Once we have more weapons, I'm not necessarily opposed to fighting multiple ships at once. But all we
Okay.
have is the cannon.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a pretty darn powerful cannon, but that's against one ship. If they had 2 or 3 against us, I don't know that we would have won.
Oh no.
And I wasn't ready to try yet.
Also, one of the gas giants in the Centra system is called Hugo.
Yes, it is.
Juno, Hugo, and Cujo. Really. That's an interesting eclectic mix of name sources.
The automated system couldn't just pick Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
No, I actually named those. I chose those words. You have your creative GM to thank for that. Anyways, back to the scene.
Yeah, it'd be a good idea to get the cash, I reckon.
Even if it doesn't have things that we can use on the ship, it's got to have something good. If we can sell it. Sorry. Though, of course, we'll have to be careful of trying to sell any Meltech, but
I mean, it's one of them. It's got to be useful if they're willing to barter for it. You know.
one way or another, yeah, it'll be useful.
Well, I'm gonna go back to the workshop and enjoy my little break. If you need me, just let me know.
She'll nod and say, I do understand where you're coming from. I really do. And I don't want us to be constantly at odds. So thank you for talking to me.
And I can't exactly refuse, can I?
Well, you
Just
could.
come and find. I'm sure
You
you can
could.
get into my room.
I could, but I won't. Well, probably won't.
Yeah, recommend talking to your crew though. Nice to get an insight from them. Enjoy the rest of your drink.
She goes back and sits behind her chair.
Yep, and Hugo will head to the workshop.
Okay. Alright. Let's see what we've got. Cap had that talk with Hugo. Checkity check. Yep, and there's that drink. I think the only conversation points that have not been hit yet, according to what you guys wanted to do, are Nemo talking with Cap. Actually, that's it. Nemo talking with Cap.
I'm surprised that Colleen hasn't gone to try and get Cap to force Hugo back to the pilot chair.
Cause there was no point, cause he said he's not gonna do it anyway.
Plus, Colleen's got other things on her mind, like how to talk about Karina and Eileen's request with Hugo.
Requests.
Yeah,
So
requests.
does Cap get the feeling from that conversation that Hugo is willing to be pilot?
Like you said, he can't exactly refuse, can he?
Well, it can. Should
funny
just
that he
drop him
thinks-
off at the next planet.
I was gonna say it's funny that he thinks he has no choice to have a conversation, but has a choice in piloting.
Well, there's a difference between flying in a system and then making a drill. One's much more dangerous than the other.
Yeah. I think Emma was asking though if Cap called Hugo in an hour and said we need you to hit the gas, does she get the impression that at this point he would actually do that?
Honestly, probably not.
Oh, there's your answer, Em. Let's see. Well, before I go back to the list, is there any other RP that has come up that anybody wants to engage in? That wants to kind of jump in line? Nope. Okay. Mel, does Nemo still want to have that conversation with Cap? Uh-oh. My voice.
Yeah, I
just
suppose
broke.
so.
Okay, I'm good then. Alright.
That was just me thinking.
No, my voice connected bar went red for a second.
Ah,
Okay. Has Nemo done any repairs on himself?
I forget how long time does that take?
I forget also.
An hour? An hour to fix yourself up.
Okay, we'll go with that.
For androids?
I think I'm not sure for
I think that
for
takes
Dex's
longer.
androids, but standard it's an hour for in the book. for
Yeah, I haven't
standard.
changed the repair for them at all. So if
it's
it's an
like-
hour for Android standard in the book, then it's an hour for Nemo also.
Yeah, it's like fixed times something or plus something for the health points restored. Something like that.
Yeah.
No, then he probably hasn't.
Okay. Well, not to necessarily chain conversations for Cap, but Nemo's conversation with Nova is over at this point. Has he put out a kind of blip to Cap to say when you're
Yes.
available? Okay, so Cap, there's a notification that there's a crew member that would like to talk to you. It's Nemo.
Inward groan. Sorry. She messages him back and says she's in her office.
Casey will go there.
Alright, Nemo arrives at Cap's office and a few minutes later.
Looking even more beat up than he was before.
Yes, Nemo actually has new dents in him.
What the hell happened to you?
An emotional response from our new passenger.
Emotional about what?
About the plight of the Trin, historically speaking.
And she beat you up because of the plight of her people.
Essentially, yes. I believe her actions stemmed from severe untreated psychological trauma.
Should I dump her at the next star system?
I would caution against that, Captain. And with your permission, I would like to continue to engage with her. I find it a fascinating exercise in non-human psychology. Besides, the damage is superficial; it'll be easily repaired.
Yes, but having someone that unstable added to a bunch of unstable people.
In her current state, I think I find it unlikely that she will interact much with other crew members unless they specifically seek her out. Which is what I intend to do.
Don't let her damage you too much.
I assure you, if there was any danger of her inflicting permanent damage to me, I would have stopped it. I was fully capable of stopping her from inflicting this damage as well, but I saw no point. Felt that it would be healthier to allow her to give her emotions, to provide an outlet for her emotion.
All right.
Unless you disagree.
Not necessarily.
Speaking of outlets for emotion and frustration, I see no blood, sign of struggle, or discharge of weapons. So I assume your talk with our reluctant pilot went well.
Do you guys really? Do you really think that I was gonna kill him?
No, I was attempting a joke, Captain.
Oh. Honestly, it wasn't that funny.
Duly noted. I will calibrate calibrate my calculations further. I am still curious, however, about interaction and how you'll settle such disputes in the future.
Well, you can keep wondering because I don't know.
I see.
There's. It's gonna take time.
As I understand typical Starship protocol, the direct orders of a captain are not usually open for debate.
Well, he seems to think that all of you think that it's open for debate.
I do not. For obvious reasons.
And what are those obvious reasons?
That the obvious reason being that if you gave me a direct order, I would likely be compelled to obey.
Well, I don't like giving you direct orders, Nemo.
Thank you. That is much appreciated. However, for the sake of my curiosity, would you be willing to indulge in a small experiment?
Potentially.
Please order me to leave your room. to leave this room.
Nemo, I order you to leave this room and come back in 1 minute.
Nemo is compelled to comply.
Nemo leaves the room. And returns again exactly 60 seconds later.
Cap raises an eyebrow at him.
Thank you, Captain.
You're cutting out, Mel.
As in, we can't hear anything, Mel.
Yep.
Yeah, see the green moving for a
to
second, but
process the full implications.
there we go.
I think he couldn't hear us either. Mel, we
Yeah.
couldn't hear anything that you said.
Yeah, once you came back in, do you want to repeat your sentence?
Yeah, all we heard was process for the full implications.
Unless, of course, this is still an ongoing problem and he still has no idea what we said.
Yeah, I think that's the case.
And the worst part is, I don't think Cap knows the context yet.
Actually, he's not even in Discord.
Yeah, he
He
just
dropped
dropped off.
Excuse me.
Um,
Caught me by surprise.
I think Discord might be their status page doesn't list anything, but they might be experiencing issues because I'm actually seeing some intermittent packet loss.
Ah,
Usually it stands at 0%, but I've seen 4% a couple of times.
Okay, let's try this again.
We can hear you now.
When you
Yep.
repeat what you said when you came into the room.
yes, please.
Thank you, Captain. I was curious as to how the sensation would feel.
And how does it feel?
I will require more time and thought to adequately describe it. But I would be grateful if you would continue your current policy towards
Does it only work if I say the words "I order you to"?
I do not know. We can
But it
attempt
feels
further.
different than when I ask you to do something.
Yes.
For GM clarification well, Mel, do you want any GM clarification or do you just want to roll?
I would like some GM clarification.
There is some intent analysis there. If it is clear that an android's owner is telling the android to do something, then it does it. Most androids don't differentiate. Most androids just do what they're told to do, even if it was a sarcastic comment. So android owners have to be a little bit careful in that. Nemo, being a bit more evolved, doesn't have the same extreme restrictions, but I guess the way I would describe it is the amount of clarity in the instruction determines the amount of force in the compliance. So if she just says, "Oh, Nemo, shut up," and it's just a quick snap, he could not comply with that if he thinks that she was actually just saying it, if she was not actually trying to tell him to stop talking. So Nemo has the capacity to kind of judge intent until it comes to that very clear and obvious line of an order.
Like when Cap tells everybody to shut up.
So phrasing it like I would like you to.
That is very clearly a request.
X.
Yes.
So that would count.
Oh no. Sorry, that was
Oh.
very clearly. I guess using the words very clearly is making it unclear.
Yes.
That's ambiguous.
Right. Okay. In that case, yeah. Then I follow completely.
Okay. I think what I meant to say is that is very clearly given him the choice.
Right. That's what I thought as well.
Yeah. Continue.
So, the effect appears to be contingent on the clarity and the clarity and strength of the request.
I'll keep that in mind and try not to. Well, we'll keep on going as we've been and see how it works. How's that?
Yes, Captain. I would be most grateful. Thank you.
You are intelligent enough, Nemo, that I'm not. You are part of my crew. You are not.
A position.
Yeah.
I have also, during my interactions with Nova, I have been told that the Central system, which also contains the Trin cache, contains remnants of a site where the Trin attempted to test and quantify the creation process of an advanced sentient android on an industrial level. If given the opportunity, I would like to take a closer look at those remains.
So more androids like you.
The Trin attempted to quantify exactly what creates an android like me and produce them on an industrial scale. I would like to examine the results of those attempts myself.
As long as you're careful, sure.
Of course.
We'll have to assess the situation once we get there.
Of course, Captain. I just wanted to make you aware of the situation and inform you of my interest in the subject.
It would be nice to know what makes you tick.
Yes, I believe it would. Thank you for your time. And Nemo leaves again, and does not come back 60 seconds later.
He's stuck in a command loop. All right. We've had quite a lot of roleplay here, so I'm gonna let a bit of time pass.
So in that case, Nemo will start preparing himself.
Okay. I posted the actual VI rules and rules discussion.
I see. So for Nemo to do it himself, it doesn't require any skill roll or skill levels, and just needs scrap.
Mm-hmm.
And each 50 scrap heals 6 hit points.
Yes, character level. And if he's ever reduced to 0, that's where it's actually worse for him than it is for a person. A person reduced to 0, I believe, is badly wounded and takes 10 minutes if they can be brought back from badly wounded. A VI or an android reduced to 0 hit points is badly damaged and takes 24 hours of work by a technician.
In all fairness, it also means
so-
they're not dead.
So Nemo will
yes, it does.
require 250 credits worth of scrap.
That is so bloody cheap.
Hey, that's an entire fuel load. We could have jumped to another star system for that.
You just cost us a tank of gas.
Half a tank. Fuel is 500. um,
Does someone have a scrap list where they can take that off, remove that number from, if it even matters?
yeah,
in
since
the
it's
ship
actual hit point
inventory.
repair, we'll, even if it's only 250, we'll go ahead and mark it.
Yeah,
Should
I
be
got it.
under ship inventory.
Ship inventory.
Restore the hit points to full.
How long does he need to spend doing that?
5 quarters, so an hour and 15 minutes.
Okay. All right. So 4 more hours pass. Your friends not friends ship of idiots is just 4 little hours away from where your ship has calculated a transition point to be, based on gravity of celestial bodies and known masses, etc. It's actually, well, let me back up just a little bit. Before these 4 hours go, while Nemo is doing his repairs, a new day takes over. We are in a new day finally. And it is, if your characters have not slept in the last cycle, they're getting very tired.
Dude definitely slept because he left Chishen to supervise the basic repairs while he got some rest.
Well, dude is sleeping right now then.
Yeah.
Because dude left Chishin for the basic repairs and went and talked to Hugo, and then probably retired to his room right after that.
Yeah.
Okay. It is about midnight at this point, so anybody that's it would be normal sleeping time.
Cap's asleep on the couch in her ready.
Okay. It is, of course, still on high alert time because you've got a ship that you're watching just 8 hours away from their transition, and potential of ships coming after you that you know are fast, and you'd only have a couple of hours of warning.
Yep, that's why Colleen is not sleeping. Colleen is monitoring the scanners.
Okay.
And communications like crazy.
Okay.
And she hasn't slept before because people had holes and bruises.
This is she's still only on 1 day of no sleep, so she's tired, and depending on how much coffee she's had, she's wired, but she's not taking any mechanical penalties yet.
Just like just like the spice, the coffee is flowing.
All right. Hugo, Tuvon has gone to sleep long ago.
Mm-hmm.
And
In which case, Hugo will have gone to sleep, enjoyed his rest.
Okay. You've got a kind of a night crew that's keeping a minimal watch on things. Mainly Tom and guess that would be Tom and Kevin at this point. You guys need more crew.
Yeah, same reason we can't fire more than one gun. We don't have gunners.
Yeah, I know. You guys need more crew.
Well, once we find that android factory.
Well, there you go. So yeah, I guess we go right up to morning or morning call. Anybody that wants to wake up before and just be a little bit tired can. Colleen. Let's go ahead and do a physical save. Okay. Your choice. She is either wired and jittery and now taking penalties, or she has fallen asleep at her console.
She's totally falling asleep at the console.
Okay.
That thing is comfy. That's why she has the rug and everything.
And she may do that typical thing of dozing off and not really realizing that you're dozed off, but it's so dozy, and it's jolting awake and then falling right back asleep. Or she could have just conked out completely.
Oh, she just fell asleep. Too much stress.
Okay.
That chair's comfy. It's like when you settle in for the night, you're totally awake. You have your coffee and everything. You lean back in your comfy chair, and that's the end of it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I am totally ready to stay up all night.
Yep, I know how that goes
Basically,
very well.
Like M on occasion. Comfy chair.
Oh
Bit of
yeah,
something.
we've got a good example.
I'm flipping you all off.
I didn't say anything.
Uh-huh.
You were thinking
Where's the
No, but you were silently agreeing with them.
I resemble that remark.
Doomed no
Pretty
matter what
much.
you do, Mel. We'll say that the general state of tension has awoken people up a little bit earlier than maybe they want, unless they were doing physical work or were absolutely wired. So Colleen and Dude can easily sleep through that tension, but everyone else, it's about 2 hours before Ship of Idiots reaches their transition point. And you just can't sleep anymore. Nemo is also excluded from this. Nemo can pretty much sleep how he wants.
Mhm.
He gets to set timers, and his body actually complies with them.
Can I be an android instead?
Oh, I wish I could be an android.
Me too.
I have to settle for cyborg. Alright. Early morning. Cap's tense awake. What is she doing?
Go to the bridge.
Okay. Cap finds Colleen snoozing away at her console. Snoring or not, I don't know.
Probably a
That's
little
all
puddle of drool.
Now, what'd you say, Nick? She doesn't snore?
Does not snore.
Okay.
Right.
No deviated septum for her.
No, because she has an entire medical bay at her disposal.
Alright.
Cap will gently wake Colleen up.
Are we dead yet?
No, but you're gonna get a crick in your neck like that.
No, the chair is comfy. Got my blanket.
Can you check the sensors for me, kiddo?
Sure.
What is Colleen looking for?
First, her cold coffee did down that,
Okay.
and then she checks the sensors. Well, any new blips, any blips that are gone, Maybe any last recorded message I forgot or God they're shooting us?
Well, Nightshade is gone. Ship of Idiots is still just cruising along.
Since we had a lock on them, where did Nightshade go?
Um, you actually saw them go towards the planet Kalia.
Okay. Any new blips or anything on the radar?
Hang on real quick.
Because if she thinks about it time-wise, when the reinforcements supposedly were promised expected,
Uh,
that fall into this period.
sorry, backtrack a little bit. Nightshade blip is still there. It's still en route to Kalia.
Okay.
Yeah, it hasn't broken any kind of detection lock yet. And no, she doesn't see any new blips. Now, if there's anything chasing after Ship of Idiots, it would be too far away for you to have to be able to get a lock on it, or mechanically in this system detect it.
Right, so then another sector? Not sector, but region.
They are.
Okay.
And I have to personally justify that deviation from real science as metaspace static.
No, actually, she can't say another region. Can she hail them?
Hail whom?
Ship of Idiots.
She can, but it'll take 6 hours for the communication to reach them, and they should be at the transition point by then.
Okay. Well, I guess never mind. Well, looks clear, Captain. One set of idiots is flying out, the other set of idiots is limping back to where probably their base is.
Well, the idiots aren't exactly the idiots anymore, but that's beside the point.
I'm purely going by ship registration.
Well, then one of them is not a ship of idiots.
You know, we really should have blown that ship up. Not because they're evil, because we don't know if they're evil, but the mere fact they faked a distress call annoys the hell out of me. Because there are people in real need out there, and this ruins it for everybody.
I understand where you're coming from, but we don't know what kind of reinforcements they have on that planet. And the reason why I chose to leave was they were letting us go. Sometimes you just have to make the choice to get out while you can.
I'm not disagreeing on that. I'm just saying it's a pretty shitty move. With the distress call and everything.
Oh, I agree with you completely.
Don't like that they get away with that. That is my reasoning there. Sometimes people should not get away with shit.
And sometimes you really just don't have the option not to let them do.
But right now, can we at least blow them up next time?
If we encounter the Nightshade again, we are going to blow the hell out of that ship.
Well,
and then see what we can scrap from the debris.
Well, if I had to venture a guess, I'm pretty sure they're so pissed off at us they will hunt us everywhere now. I mean, maybe not Derringer style, but I have a feeling they're not gonna like us for a while. And by a while, I mean ever.
Yeah, well, they're not high on my list either. But I didn't want to take on multiple ships with only one gun.
No, I'm not disagreeing.
Really would love to know what the big cannon does. I don't think they would have even bothered us if we had had that working.
I don't know about that. But I feel the big cannon is just like the little cannon, just with a bigger hole.
Well, maybe someday we'll find out.
It'll be a weird day. Though we do have a problem with the big gun.
What's that?
It means we have to actually be pointing our front at somebody. With the little guns, we can run away and shoot them.
My God. Well, we were facing them this time, so.
Well, yeah. Really could have used some of those androids, though.
Yeah.
Maybe bring me 1 or 2 back next time?
That really wasn't an option.
I know. That's why I said next time.
We'll have to see.
Ooh, and can we take the stealth system next time?
What?
The stealth system?
I think they already had it off the ship by the time we got on there.
That's why I said next time. I'm pretty sure they're gonna put it back on.
Yeah, but if they can get it out that quickly.
Yes, but now we know.
Can you disable the life pods?
What, I can try? That, or we can just shoot the section that has the life pods next time.
That actually is something that you can target. Yeah, it is a targetable system.
Alright, we'll keep that in mind for next time.
I feel if I put my mind to it, I could get really good at the chip stealing business.
Yeah, possibly.
Wait, that's piracy, not salvaging, but still.
Well,
Are? Hey, wait, didn't you start your whole career pirating?
I don't know.
Colleen brings up that rap sheet. Pretty sure one of the earlier things was them stealing the ship. Wasn't Dude involved in that? That science ship?
No. Porcelain is the only one that has that entry. Dude was actually in prison at the time of that.
Hey, the perfect alibi.
I'm sure he was still involved.
Oh, what was that?
I'm sure he was still involved.
What, like Al Capone when he was in jail?
Yes.
It's totally your fault. I was in another state. Still your fault.
Yes, the Ghost Fall. An unarmed research starship registered to and owned by Spectre Star Technologies. Crew of 321 is quite a large ship.
Well, but yeah, pirates. Ooh, I could paint the skull and the crossbones on my drone. It could sit on your shoulder, Captain.
I really don't need a drone sitting on my shoulder.
Yeah, they're useful. Oh crap, I forgot something. Well, since nothing is really happening, I have to find Hugo.
I'm gonna move the camera away from the bridge for a moment. Let's see. I said Nemo is not subject to the tension awake. Colleen wasn't, but she got woken up. And Dude wasn't because he worked quite a lot. He still can wake up if you want him to, but just I'm not forcing it. Hugo, Ben, if you don't want Hugo to be woken up by the ongoing tension, I would let you make either a physical save or a pilot skill check. It would be pilot con, I think.
He ain't that fussed. He's just enjoying his relaxations, and if he's woken up, then he's woken up.
Well, the reason I'm giving that special to him is because he's been in all of this tension and remembers all of it. It's familiar enough to some of the other crew, but it's kind of a way of life for him. But if you're not fussed on it, then Hugo is awake, and we'll pair up Colleen and Hugo. How is Colleen trying to approach Hugo? I should also ask, where is Hugo? Is he in his room?
Yeah, just he was in his bed.
Okay.
Most probably.
Well, his door buzzer would literally ring.
Which case it push the button on his like compad.
Are you awake?
Now.
Good. Well, there are two requests the crew has made. Part of the crew.
Is Colleen still standing outside his door?
Well, unless he actually opened the door, it sounded like it was the intercom.
Yeah, it's incoming. Yeah. Alright, what decisions?
Nobody said anything about decisions. Talking requests
Request then, yeah, sure.
was just empathically. Well, seeing how you've been around space, Karina would like to talk to you to see if you could maybe find a pilot job somewhere. Maybe something like a courier? I mean, that's what you used to do, right?
Sorry, say that again, I'm just Someone wants me to find them a pilot job?
No, not fine, but you would be the person most knowledgeable of where those jobs are. And you
Right.
seem to have a lot of friends.
They want to do a pilot job.
Yup.
Have they ever flown before?
She was the pilot on the ship of idiots. You realize that was a rather bad call. But she likes flying and would like to do that.
I'll have to see what she's capable of before recommending her. I like to know what I'm actually recommending.
Well, as far as credentials go, she nearly caught you.
Yeah, well, that can be her or the ship.
The second request.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the ladies in the infirmary have needs.
Yeah, you're tending
And
to them, aren't you?
no, not that kind of thing. So you know how sometimes you get lonely in space?
I'm a pilot, yeah.
Alright. So, and for both of them, they've been lonely for a while? And they'd like to be.
So the one I get on planet, okay, yeah, sure thing.
No, they both want to sleep with you, bye.
And
And she
just
Hugo just
hurries
like
away.
holds, yeah, Hugo holds the combat there for a couple of seconds, like, wait, what? It's like, oh, whatever.
Am I still asleep? Wait, huh?
Pretty much just like, wait, what? Yeah, Hugo's just gonna try and go back to sleep and hope it wasn't. As that'd explain more.
he's able to get back to sleep. A couple more hours go by, and your ship records a metaspace event. It's not as bright and flashy as an entry, but actually, now that I think about it, exiting is it's actually quite smooth and not noticeable as much. So your ship simply records that
Ship of idiots got away.
um funny, I don't. Huh. Yeah, I'm not sure that how much information there would be to distinguish whether it was a transition or a destruction. You've lost the target lock on Ship of Idiots. That part's easy. It is no longer there. Which is funny because you get that information instantaneously, but if you were to try and talk to them,
Uh-huh.
It would take 12 hours.
yes.
Yep. Come
Well,
and
you
see
can't
the
make logic,
illogic
yeah.
inherent in the system.
Yes.
Oh, they explain it in the system.
Do they?
Mini spike drills. Yeah, like I told you before. Mini
Well, yeah,
spike
but
particle.
it's not like they're actually sending a little message to you. Hey, we've left space in a mini spike drill. So that's still not explained.
Oh, no, well, we're in a system where spike drills happen, and then to communicate, it's like it uses spike drill technology to send instant communication.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, no, I didn't like that explanation.
Yeah, exactly. So they provided you a solution, but you're like, nah, I don't like that.
Well, we'll just continue to abstract it. The events that you're seeing now, the loss of target lock, uh, technically actually happened 6 years ago. 6 hours ago.
I was gonna say.
We've been stuck in a cryo sleep.
Again.
I haven't.
Oh, that's right. This would be the
Would
first time
you
for Hugo.
like to?
Not again for Hugo.
Yeah, we'll just have to abstract it and accept that there's some reconciliation required between the mechanical and GM tracking and the experience that the characters experience. So you're about 12 hours away from your own transition point that Cap found, and your ship registers that they excuse me, ship of idiots is no longer detectable. You can no longer maintain a detection lock on them, and there's no accompanying information. There's no light show. There's no kinds of explosion or any kinds of other effects or other observations that would lead you to think that there had been a space battle. They slipped between the folds of gravity.
They did the doohickey. They did the thing.
They did the thing.
Well, here's hoping they got away.
You guys have about 12 more hours of travel. And seems kind of like a low-key day for the ship. A lot of
Well,
reminiscing
we've got 12 more
contemplations.
hours with Cap flying, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hugo seems disinclined to assist.
Well, he might be inclined now. Well, Cap doesn't know that.
Hugo also doesn't know that they've gotten away yet. He's
Nope, he's in bed.
yeah, he's sleeping away on the contemplation of, was that bit where Colleen said two women wanted to sleep with him a dream?
Mhm.
And is it continuing in dream?
Now it's just up to. Was it Colleen that saw that on the sensors?
Uh,
Hmm.
yeah, did Colleen go back to her sensors?
No, she
Okay.
actually went back to sleep, but
Okay, so no, it's just Cap.
Ah.
Yeah, everybody else is asleep.
Probably for another couple hours then, right?
Mm-hmm.
well, before Colleen went to sleep, she sent a message to Eileen: requests delivered.
Okay. Alright, so a few more hours pass by. Ship just cruising through space. And those that are sleeping are waking up whether they want to or not. Except Colleen. She can continue sleeping.
No, she just wanted a few hours.
Okay. She's waking up also then. Is anybody doing anything?
Seen how Tuvon got on. And Yeah, see how two of them got on, and then go talk to what's her name? The engineer lads.
Chishin?
Chishan.
Chishan. Yeah.
Okay.
But that's his current plans.
Okay. We'll do that first.
And I will be back in a few minutes.
Okay. Tuvon's fine. The stress of the previous day has kind of washed over, and the persistent can't remember if Cap left it at red alert, but the persistent alert status. Yeah, that's right. It was yellow. But still, the persistent alert status has kind of just become, hey, that's what it is, and he has properly stayed within certain stations, within certain areas.
Mm-hmm.
He is a little bit bored, but he has, under Tom's instruction, started taking up a little bit of study time. That's actually what he's doing when Hugo comes around. Is he's on a data pad and he's getting an education.
So what you reading there?
And he holds up his data pad. It looks like a children's book. And he answers simply, reading.
Oh. What you learning about?
Just learning to read.
Oh, I get you. Yeah, I had to read books like that. But which one's this about then?
It's about the three asteroids.
On how one gets really close to the other. And then do you know how it affects the other asteroid? That one?
No,
How you've got to make sure to avoid it, to fly between them when you're piloting.
he's
And
shaking
then
his
to
head.
also... Oh,
He's just shaking his head with everything that Hugo is saying, just slowly shaking his head.
maybe that's a piloting one. It's way like you use them asteroids and then you can't... Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
No, the asteroids are just trying to find a belt that they like.
Ah, one that fits them right.
Kind of, and he describes the beginnings of, at least, basically a story, kind of a twist on Goldilocks, except it's the three
I was gonna
asteroids that are trying to find a belt that is best suited to them. Clearly a children's book that anthropomorphizes asteroids as a family looking for green pastures.
Sounds legit.
Ah, we'll enjoy that one then.
Tom has a bunch of books, and he backs out of it and shows Hugo a list of various children's books of different different themes, different stories. Tuvon seems to have marked as favorite several of them that have some kind of space-related visuals. It shows a preview of the cover, and all those that are bookmarked have something to do with space on that cover image.
Good choice there.
Tom actually comes around and says, excuse me, sorry about that. 1 second. Yeah, Tom comes around and he says, asks, or tells Hugo that Tuvon is in dire need of an education, and kindly leave him to it.
Wise words. I'll leave you be. Need to go see, the bossy woman yesterday. Need to go see her, see how she's getting on.
We
Chishin?
have plenty of those.
If I left it ambiguous. Yeah, that's what he's gonna go do. Go see her next.
Okay. She is she's finishing up. She's still doing a little bit of work around the ship, and that's why you're able to remove those hit points and the cost for them, Matt, because tasked Chishin to do it
Mhm.
after dude provided the initial supervision and all that. Figured this wasn't so bad that Chishin with her lesser fix would not be able to finish up.
Makes sense.
And she looks suitably dirty and weary.
I was gonna say to her, in her language, long night, was it?
What I missed it. What did you say?
Long night.
A long night, was it?
She looks sharply at him, a little bit of surprise, and then nods and replies in Common Jin. Yes, but all the work is done.
What'd you get Tuvon to do then? Is he alright?
He was fine. Just
Good.
had
Good.
him carry some things and get into things that I just wanted him to be busy. I didn't need his help.
Well, as long as he did something.
The kid likes you.
I know. That's why I keep working with him.
He
Gotta
talked.
keep him entertained.
He talked about you while he was working. Something about a vending machine.
Yeah, we're making one. So we can have all the slushies we want.
She has a pinched face but is silent.
I figured I'd come and see how he was doing, and also to merely talk to you in a language that I know you'll like.
It
I guess
is,
it gets a bit tiresome talking in a language you're not
yes.
native in.
This is a much nicer language. Can you put green tea in the vending machine?
Oh, try and make it an option.
Okay, if it's slushy.
Try to make it an option for you. I might try to fit it in somewhere.
It would be nice. Chishin actually starts just kind of talking about some of the work that was done. You know, in that the kind of uh almost like reporting what was done, but in a casual way, like a carpenter who comes home and says, "Yeah, we had to put up some drywall before we could, or put up some framework, reinforcements, studs, stuff
I was gonna say
before we put up
drywall on a spaceship.
before we put up well, I did say like a carpenter. I'm making an analogy, Matt. Keep up." um, and she goes on in that fashion. In Common Jin, does Hugo play along? Does he interact?
Yeah, he's gonna keep talking to her.
It becomes pretty clear. Well, what's his notice at? Oh, he's got alert.
Uh,
It becomes very clear that she's just taking this opportunity to be able to talk and decompress.
Which is what it was pretty much doing.
Hmm. And she does seem to be getting visibly and audibly wearier as as they go along. And they don't just talk about the work that she's done, or she doesn't just talk about the work that she's done. It moves on to other, mostly mechanical and starshipy aspects. She actually brings in several comparisons of how similar the technologies are between the towers and that she lived in and Starship, and also how different things are. But most of her casual conversation ends up being mechanical.
Good. Good. That's what he was just there doing, to make sure she got someone to vent to.
And she does use fuck a lot.
Figured as much.
Did Hugo want to do anything else?
No, that was it really.
Okay. Before he has to say that he's leaving or get to that point, she excuses herself, says that she's weary, and thanks him for the little bit of conversation.
I just give her a nod.
All right. Let's fast forward you guys to the edge of the system. Do you have a destination in mind?
Pretty sure M said hello.
Hello? Yeah.
Just confirming. Okay. Hugo is needed in the... Well, actually, he's not. Anybody could make that spike drill.
Not needed.
Yeah.
Well, not anybody.
Actually, yeah. I think anybody could literally plot that course. They would have to roll for it, and it might be very dangerous.
Anyone can push the button.
Uh-huh.
Just know us which button to press. Yeah, so that's what Hugo's doing. He's just chilling for a bit.
Okay.
Until he's being called upon.
I was gonna say. I was wondering if Cap would call him.
There are no other blips or anything coming up on sensors. The system is quiet. Oh shoot, Emma went AFK for a second.
Yeah, she's still gone. Okay.
Okay.
It had been a couple of minutes. I figured she might have come back.
I
In
actually
which
forgot
case,
about it.
Hugo presumably is being called upon, and he'll head to the.
Okay. That's a fair assumption. I don't believe Hugo even needs to make a check for this, unless he's going to trim the course.
Yeah. We'll go fast. So this is pilot, modify 3, because I'm doing a spike drill. Attribute intelligence. There we go.
Yep.
Gotta go fast.
Wonder what Hugo thinks of the other ship getting away.
I'll wait for him to be informed.
I I did kind of fast forward past any point at which he would be informed.
Okay, in which case, once he's informed that it looks like they've got away, you see him smile a bit more, and he's a bit more up.
Gonna say he should. I mean, he's got access to sensors on his station, doesn't he?
Think
Yeah,
so?
he does, but that's not the kind of thing that the ship would necessarily keep around.
Right.
That's the kind of thing that it gets recorded, it gets logged, but unless you're one of the people that is assigned to that station, you're not getting notified of it. In fact, I actually think that that wouldn't necessarily be a notification event unless Colleen specifically told the computer, notify me of any changes in status of this specific ship. It would come up on the console. It just wouldn't necessarily be a beep on a data pad. So, everyone's aware that the ship of idiots and the Trinaboard appear to have at least made it into metaspace.
Good.
Everybody has gotten some rest and hopefully eased off some tensions that they were under. And Hugo is beginning the jump into metaspace, the drill into metaspace, towards Holau. He doesn't need to make the spike drill check still. And everybody feels the familiar sensation of oh yes, well that's actually one thing that I had added into the fluff. During the transition into a metaspace and during flight in metaspace, the gravity is significantly reduced, artificial gravity. Your spike drive and the drive plate that produce the artificial gravity normally are aligning to match the gravity at the transition point, which is approaching 0. So you guys all get the spike drill alert and are warned in advance that artificial gravity is not going to be a thing for the next however many days you're in metaspace.
Sounds like fun.
Do we have like little things to pull ourselves through the ship with?
Yes. Yes, you do. And your walkways are lined with special ferrous material so that magnetic boots actually work on them. I learned a lot over this past week.
Hooray for learning!
Yay! Wow.
Perfect timing!
Somebody's happy for learning.
Let's see. A 1 hex spike drill at drive rating 3 with Starfarer 2 is a day and a half, right?
Oh, 'cause it's what, 48 hours divided by 3?
No, yeah, 48 hours divided by 2, so 24 hours. How did I get a day and a half?
Oh, well, I have to open up the PDF now. God damn
Well,
you.
it's 6 days divided by drive
Right.
rating makes it 2
Oh,
days. Divided by Hugo is 1 day. 24 hours.
Yeah, that's where I was getting. Yeah, 24 hours.
Mm-hmm. One last call for any RP that needs to occur before I put you guys at hello.
Nope.
Nope.
I'm just going to be asking Cap. So, do you want me to mention we have the firewater to see if they want to buy it off us? Or do you want to just keep it quiet for now? Or would you prefer to do the talking with them?
Isn't that where it's made, though?
Exactly. They might want to get it back off. You know, buy it back. Might be hard to reduce rates, but they might appreciate it more.
Didn't they?
I mean, honestly, I wouldn't know where to trade it, but
Didn't that
Did
other
you
ship
go?
buy it to begin with? Or did they steal it?
Can't 100% remember.
don't really know.
Trying to remember why they had a bounty out on them.
Because of the Maltech stuff.
Yeah. They're going after stuff they shouldn't, hence why they weren't exactly liking of them.
Well, also Hostler who wanted them dead.
Yeah, that as well.
Cap looks at Hugo and says, "Any idea how to collect a bounty?"
Yeah. Just go talk to them. I did. Want me to get in contact with them again?
Yeah, with the people who wanted the...
It's just people in charge on planet.
Yeah, when we get there...
Yeah, not an issue. I'll call them up for you. Be nice to get paid.
And I'll make sure we split the proceeds. Half to the ship, and then the rest gets split evenly amongst the crew. Is that all right with you?
Yeah. Doesn't really make a difference.
I mean,
Let's
that's
be
pretty much
fair.
how we always do it, right?
Actually, I think we've just been putting everything into ship funds.
Right. Yeah.
I figure I'll give everybody some money of their own.
Yeah, that'll work. Might want to buy some more guitar parts.
All right.
Don't know how much it will be, but at least it'll be something.
You enter Holau system at the edge of the system. Let's see. And always, if I fast forward and anybody wants to have done something during the time that I fast forwarded, just let me know. The worst that can happen is I say no, I need to move on. Too bad. I'm far more likely to say okay. Oops. Why is? Oh, that is the Dropbox. Okay. Let's open the proper Darkstar. Oh, shoot. Oh well. Okay. Back to Holau. You see the bright sun in front of you. Your ship can... your ship can tell that despite the metaspatial static, there are ships in orbit around Tohoiwa Oa, just because of how many tend to be clustered. And you can also see all the gases that you could possibly hide in, coming from oops. Hang on. Outside. I believe that description should be outside Tohoiwa Oa's orbit, because Holau does not orbit itself. So the clouds, the gases coming off of the planet. Interesting. Well, outside of the planet's orbit. And who is taking the ship to planet? Who's piloting it now?
You want me to land it or keep it in orbit, Cap?
We kept it in orbit last time, so let's just not let them know that we can land on their planet.
All right.
Let's face it, it's one of our distinguishing features.
I suppose. So, are we taking the egg down, or are we just gonna go down in a crate?
Well, depends on whether they want fire water or not, I guess, right?
Why don't we go down in the crate with the water, and that way, if they want it, it's there, and if not, we can just bring it back up.
Weren't you going to collect a bounty?
Well, yeah, that's what we're going to go do. Collect the bounty and also see if they want the fire water. If that's okay with Cap.
But
Yep.
don't you have to hand people over for a bounty?
Well,
Was
can
the
just
bounty
say-
dead or alive, or what?
I'll just inform them that they won't be an issue no more.
I think it was dead or preferably dead, but Cap's not about to just. Cap's not going to just kill them.
Did we kill anybody that they wanted? Or did we manage
Yeah,
to take
the
all the
ship.
ones they wanted alive?
Technically, we didn't kill anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
They
they're
shot
dead
each
now.
other.
They're dead. That's the thing that matters.
Wait, how are they dead?
Well, they're no longer an issue.
No, they killed some of the people that they took with them.
There may be some confusion. The people that have the bounty on them are the two people that came down to planet and asked around about Meltech. That is Joey Hank and Taryn Hagstrom, whom you've got in your brig.
Yeah.
And the bounty was dead or alive, but there was no stated preference as to them being dead. There was enough implication that they would probably end up dead. And to add more to it, Hugo understood that this was kind of a roundabout bounty. The mercenaries, while they frown on Maltech, aren't necessarily specifically going to go out of the way to put a bounty on someone, usually, because that's just kind of it's kind of bad calling for a bounty on your own. However, the natives of Holau, whom the mercenaries, as a general rule, treat with fair respect, they really did not like any kind of discussion of Maltech or that kind of completely aberrant technology, and it is it's essentially a not peace offering, not placating gesture, just a friendly gift that the bounty was placed for these two to try and bring them in so that the natives, those that are aware of it, they'll have some vindication. So it came very roundabout, but this bounty is basically a gift to the natives.
They're doing their civic duty.
Yeah.
They want the natives to remain friendly, and therefore,
Which might be unusual because natives truly are primitive. They do not have technology. And they're human.
They got something. They got a hole in the ground.
Yeah, they've got a steel metal hatch. That's not much technology.
Uh-huh. That people disappear into and then come back out with a totally different outlook on life and wander off into the galaxy. Yeah, that's not weird at all.
That is not what was described, but I have not at any point tried to correct dude in his assumption there. It is highly amusing to me. And it makes sense that that there would be some miscommunication, so that happened.
Got it secondhand.
Uh-huh. Anyways, there still needs to be somebody piloting the ship from the edge of the system to the planet in the first place. I'm assuming that's Hugo?
Yeah, he's gonna fly him down.
Okay. So Hugo, trimming the course again, I assume?
Why not?
Okay.
Still having it.
No. Don't even worry about rolling it. Um,
We're also out of fuel.
you're also out of fuel. You can make nice with the mercenary fleets, and they've got some ships set up that can refuel other ships.
and that is what we will do.
Alright, so 16 more hours traveling from the edge of the system to orbit around the planet. And once you come into the region with the other ships and the planet, you see that there are, as usual, several ships just orbiting. They kind of orbit in clusters. Yeah. So where do you want to go first? You going down to the surface first? Are you trying to talk to trying to get a someone within the mercenary cloud that can
AFK moment.
get some fuel going? And what have you done with that extra fuel storage?
We've installed the extra fuel storage.
It's not
Yeah.
installed yet.
Yeah.
Did we not finish that?
Nope.
It takes a very long time.
Oh, that's right. We hauled it over, but we ended up getting entangled in shit in the system.
Mm-hmm.
Would dude have been able to do that while we were traveling in metaspace?
Yeah, I said that the storage tanks partitioned themselves, so dude could have worked on it. If there was any kind of explosion in the drive, he'd be toast, but probably the whole ship would be anyway, so,
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely would have continued on that.
I think Matt's dying.
Every day a little bit more. But yeah, I
Okay,
mean, he
in which
wouldn't have tried
case-
to rush things on that. He just would have, done it as, something to pass the time with.
Can Hugo? Hey, Cap. Do you want me to call up my friend, see if he can arrange for us to get refueled while we're on the surface, or do you prefer to be there while they're refueling? Because we know we've got the crew up there.
I
could try and arrange that if you want.
Yeah, if your friend can give us a hand with that, that'd be fine.
In which case, I'll send a message to my bud saying the issue's been taken care of about them dickheads. If you could do us a favor in return and just arrange for the ship to be filled up, we're just gonna go down to the planet and let them know.
Alright, Hugo receives acknowledgement that the message was received. There's no response immediately, though.
No problemo. Yeah, and as we're heading down in the crate, I will begin to contact the. Oh, what was the name? Fit in my notes. Don't have her name in my notes.
Looking for the person who,
Put the bounty out, yeah.
yeah.
The woman.
Short version of it is Orchid.
Back again now.
Welcome back. Her full name is Orchid Under the Night Sky.
Yep, just gonna be contacting her saying. Wait, I don't know. Cab, also, do you want to bring down. We're bringing them down or we're leaving them up there? The people she's after.
Well, probably easier to transport them with us now than have to go back to the ship and get them and then come back.
Good. Good. In which case, yeah, I'll get in contact with. I'll make a call on the compad with.
You broke up at the end there, but I'm assuming you mean with Orchid.
Orchid,
However,
that's it.
yeah, you weren't in direct contact with Orchid. She was you were in contact with her through your pilot friend on the Dead Horse. She was his captain. And I can't remember the
Right.
pilot friend's name.
I think we just made it up on the spot.
I think
Conrad.
so. Oh, can we just call him Jason?
Bro.
No, that's a different race.
Guy.
One sec, scroll through, because it was part of the connected. Connected. Where is it?
Darius.
Because it was his captain, right? In which case,
Mhm.
we're doing this all wrong, but
Well, that's why I threw that clarification out for you. It's Orchid is the one that told Hugo of
she is
the
a
bounty.
native, though, isn't she?
No, she is a starship captain. She did come from this planet, though.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why I'm getting mixed up. I was like, I'm sure she was a native.
Yeah, there seems to be a vague interaction there, a bit of fuzziness as to native status when it comes to people that are not on the planet or have starships. But anyways, yeah, your contact point would be Darius on the Dead Horse. at least to get in touch with Orchid, unless Hugo did want to try and get directly in contact with her.
He would have done it through Darius.
Okay.
He'd talk through Darius.
That works because Darius is also the same one I believe you said that he is contacting to say, hey, can we get fueled up?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Takes a couple minutes, but he does receive a incoming hail from Darius.
I'll open it up.
There's Darius on the bridge of a dead horse and says, hey, Hugo.
Hey, how are you doing?
Well, nothing has happened in the week that you've been gone.
That a good thing or a bad thing?
That's a boring thing.
Yeah.
You said that you have the guys that Orchid put the bounty on?
It's dealt with, yeah.
Can we see them?
Good. Cap, can I show them?
I mean, they're currently in our brig.
But I'm making sure to keep everyone else out of camera shot. I want it to just be me. I don't want it to be seen.
He doesn't. Hugo doesn't want them to see Cap.
Any of you guys.
Now the question is do we have cameras in our brig?
Yeah.
I would say we do. Yeah.
Definitely would, I think.
Okay.
It would be pretty odd if there were. If we didn't.
Well, yeah. Considering we don't have guards, yeah.
Now, you do only have a 6-cell brig.
Throw,
But,
them,
yeah.
throw them in the laundry brig.
In this case, yeah, Hugo, like, do it underneath, like, turn the phone upside down and then turn it properly towards the screen instead of, like, doing a pan.
He can just bring up the camera on the feed if he wants.
Yeah, he'll do that as well. Why not?
If he wants to do it the weird way, that's fine too.
Nah. I was thinking it as a person. It's like, yeah, I'd point it towards my crotch to my feet and then up to the screen and then 10.
The one issue you have is that you do also have a third person in the brig who is not associated or identified in the bounty, and your camera is not cell specific. It's just side specific, and all three of them were put on the same side. So if you don't care about the scholar being identified on the camera, then there's no issue.
I'm going blank here for the scholar. Which one's the scholar?
There was a self-professed student and scholar of languages that was on board Starbase when you guys boarded.
Right, another of the why am I actually here? Oh shit.
Cap muted him in his cell some time ago. I don't know if she ever unmuted him.
Probably not.
He's been fed, but nobody has unmuted his cell. And he looks pretty miserable. He's just kind of sulking on the bed there. Taryn and Joey are now respectively, they're just laying on the back and leaning against the wall.
Yeah, so I'm just showing them. It's like, yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's all he was after.
You hear that same elderly, controlled woman voice in the background says, "Yes, that is the two men.
Yeah, and the ship's been taken care of. It's found itself some new owners. Ones that are much nicer.
That's a shame. Another ship would have... I could have expanded my fleet, but if the ship has a new owner that is not seeking to erase stars or humans, then that's acceptable.
So she says that like I do a side glance towards Khalid, but
I was gonna say, like, we don't actually know that. We have zero fucking idea what they want to do.
Get off the planet. That's what they wanted to do. That's all we know.
Hugo's finally doing it because she said she had a system destroyed. But yeah, carry on. Yeah, shame about that one, but yeah, we found some people to hold on to it.
How do you want to do this exchange? You want to bring them over to my ship, or do you want to bring them down to the planet yourselves? There will be a small festivity with their capture and release to the natives.
I'll turn to the side. You want to allow the crew to have a bit of fun down there? Or are we jetting off? I think some of the crew would prefer to be down there for certain festivity. Like, activities. Right, Colleen?
I'm not opposed to taking a little shore leave.
In which case, we'll head down for the festivities, if you don't mind.
It is agreed then. I will follow you down. We'll land at in Landing Plaza North. Will you be bringing your whole ship down?
I
No,
don't think that that's necessary.
it's a bit of a pain. So no. We'll bring a little thing down. Anyway, what makes you think we can get this thing down there? In the size of it?
I am old, but my eyes are not blind.
I was hoping.
And Darius, who's still the only person you can see on the screen, just kind of shakes his head. Grins a little bit. And he does mouth something. Hugo and anyone with Notice 1 or other abilities to read lips can pick up that he is saying, "Don't mess about, she is sharp." That's a little bit much for mouthing. He just mouths, "She is sharp."
Mm-hmm. So, you're going to be joining in the festivities then?
No, my my time off isn't for another week.
What do you mean for another week? Surely you can have some fun, can't you?
Well, when my replacement pilot comes up, yeah. I can't join you, Hugo. I gotta man the wheel.
Alright. I guess I'll have to bring the drinking to you at some point.
I would appreciate that.
Shame that, really. It's a shame.
It's not so bad. At least it's at least it's air conditioned in the ship.
I suppose. Anyway, have yourself a good one, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, dress lightly when you go down. It's warm.
Oh, also. Know anyone who's interested in some firewater?
Oh, if you're offering, I'll take some.
We've got a fair bit.
Mm. Can you match the price natives are selling?
Why, how much do they sell a ton for?
He gives you a fairly low price. Cap's point was pretty spot on. This is the place that sells it as a surplus that they don't need, as
Right,
excess
we're-
production.
We're trying to sell back to the wholesaler.
Kinda, yeah. Now, you're technically trying to sell to mercenaries in the cloud, but they have access to the same wholesaler down there. So
Mhm.
you'd basically be selling it at the price that the planet sells it at.
I mean, we got it for free.
Mhm.
Just depends on whether we think we could get a better price someplace further away.
You can get a better price somewhere else. It's more a matter of, do you want to?
Right.
Frankly, Cap would like to get a better price somewhere else. But if Hugo wants to give his friend a couple of containers, Cap looks at Hugo and says, "If you want to gift him some," she kind of shrugs, like a bottle or
Appreciate
two. He's been helpful.
I'll bring some across to you, Darius. Don't you worry. Gotta make up for the time you're gonna be away. Stock up, you know. Life support, but for pilots.
He grins and nods. Alright, I'll send you coordinates. Orchid'll be down in about an hour.
See you in a bit, man. See you in a bit.
Alright. And he ends the communication.
Well, there we go. Looks like you're right, Cap. Sell it elsewhere.
Never hurts to ask, though, right?
Exactly. What's the... inviting everyone down there, or only a select few?
Well, we can see who wants to go. We still have to have people on the ship. But maybe if we have time, if there are enough people who want to go down, we can, I guess, offer a bit more shore leave.
Yeah, so I'd appreciate that.
Let others go down who weren't able to go the first time.
Alright. Who all and how many does that entail?
Who would
Well-
like to go down?
Let's start with the PCs. Anyone wants to go down? Sounds like Hugo is not, but he still counts as someone who's off the ship. If he's going over to his buddies, or is he planning? Well, what is Hugo's plan?
Hugo's plan is to actually go down and enjoy himself a little bit,
Okay.
and then head back up. He's doing the. I'm just popping to the party just to show my face, and then going.
Okay. All right. Cap,
Cap is gonna go.
dude.
I think dude's gonna stay on the ship, just in case.
Colleen.
He wants to get.
Staying on the ship.
Okay. Heeding that warning, huh?
Wait, what warning?
Oh yes. One second.
You mean the one about psychics? Colleen hasn't heard about that.
Oh, okay. It is a scratchy old loop broadcasting from Hunter's Lodge.
Yep. I
So-
know. I have it in my notes. But Colleen is. What warning?
All right.
Wait, what's the warning?
No psychics allowed.
Yeah, psychics are forbidden.
Oh. Interesting.
Among the excuse me, sorry about that. I may have to end early today.
Oh yeah, if you're not feeling well, don't worry about it, man.
I'm feeling okay. It's just the constant annoyance of trying not to hack and cough and sniffle all over the microphone.
I've had my mic muted for large portions of the game. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's give this a quick edit here.
I mean, I think this is probably a decent place to leave off, to be honest, before we head down to the planet.
It's been 3 hours, man. It's a good stopping point before we get into other stuff, and also we can then discuss what we're doing next and give you more time to prepare.
That's a great idea.
I'm
Let's
I'm okay with that too.
let's figure out which of the NPCs are going down. Give me
Hugo
just-
votes for the two women.
Oh, what's that?
Hugo votes for the two NPC women.
There are more than 2 NPC women.
The two women that propositioned him.
Yes.
By proxy?
Well, are they even medically in a state where they can go?
I mean, they were after some
It's been a couple of days.
physically intense activity, so I'm sure they could be able to go downstairs.
Been not even 2 days yet.
Eileen is fine.
One-
Karina is still suffering from bullet wounds. Karina's gonna be there a bit longer for recovery. Hang on. You guys have complicated things with all your people in different places. Okay. Here we go. Put that up there. If you're trying to exclude people who got some shore leave last time when you guys went to Space Dogs, that is Tuvon, Tom. He's not on the list, but that's fine. I'll fix that later. And I think that's all that went on to the station. There wasn't much of a shore leave, so I don't know if you want to exclude them, but Tom's alright staying on the ship. Let's just leave Tom on the ship. It's easier.
Let's not send Nova down.
No.
Yeah,
What?
Nova stays.
Nova's kind of under orders to not go anywhere.
Okay, so Nova stays. What about Tuvon and Vander?
Tuvon, I'm not sure taking a kid this time.
Okay.
Just because it's really not a place for kids.
Okay. Vander?
He can come if he likes.
Kevin, Chisha, and Castan, Eileen, any of them, any reason to deny any of them if they want to go?
No.
Okay. I'll decide which side they want to be on during our break. And it sounds like Eileen is kind of being told to go.
Hugo would be trying to recommend to Cap that, hey, maybe the other two should go down. You know, as a reward.
If they're up for it, sure.
And what about your non-bounty coop in the brig?
Oh yeah, do we just set the dude loose?
Well, so Cap will go and talk to him. She'll basically say, "Look, I'll leave you here. I'm not gonna turn you in. Yeah, I can't. You know."
Nobody wants to buy you.
Oh, what do you mean here? Where are we?
Hello.
Oh, the fallen, the fallen colonists. Huh.
Not sure what those are, but
He starts telling Cap. Like he has suddenly been given permission to teach her the history of Holau.
she's actually kind of interested.
Exposition dump. We have rescued Basil Exposition.
Good thing this isn't an HBO show.
She will once he takes a breath. She will actually ask him. You know, she's like, "You have the option of coming with us as well. I could actually use someone with your knowledge of places."
Hang on real quick.
But only if you're willing, and I will tell you right now that traveling with us is not always the safest thing.
Before she gets to that, he does. He's able to tell her that yes, apparently, there's where I put it. During, I didn't state which wave it was, but there was on Earth there was a gathering of scant few remaining humans of tribal heritage that collectively, as a council, as a group, decided to divest their wealth, mostly from casinos, and actually made the decision to travel to a star and give up modern technologies to live as their ancestors did. These are peoples who had been made rich by casinos and their fellow brothers and sisters who were suffering on tribal reservations. But had sufficient collective wealth to get a colony ship, all pre-scream, take it to a planet, and then give up everything to live as half-naked people with spears. And he is, she can see in his inflection that he's pretty excited about the prospect of interacting with them, if he is allowed to. He makes that point clear several times. Not specifically Cap allowing him to, but the culture, the rules, the unspoken or written rules of the planet allowing him to, because it is such a huge stretch for him to understand how people could do that and still be alive through the Scream and have actually done what they intended and not continued to develop the technology that comes with natural human development over the last 1,000 years. Basically, he's amazed by them and doesn't understand them. And Cap offers, he does take that breath. And it sounds like Cap is offering him a choice to stay with the ship.
Yes. Or, he's welcome to keep traveling with us. But she's honest with him. She'll tell him it's not always the safest place to be.
He looks at her and he says, "You locked me in here for a week,
Yeah.
and I couldn't talk to anybody." He's very whiny.
She kind of grimaces and says, "Sorry, I forgot to."
You forgot about me?
Mm-hmm.
It's been a busy week.
Yeah. It would also be classified as cruel and unusual punishment under the Geneva Convention.
That's it. Cap's a terrorist. Point proven.
Well, yes, we know. We know this.
He stares at her with an expression that it's
Sorry.
like a cartoon comic where the completely inept and unable to do anything person is trying to stare her down.
In that case, stay it is and close the door.
He's even got his hands on his hips.
She's like, "No, you're going down to the planet. I rescind my offer."
Well, fine if you're going to be that way.
Oh, I'll just mark him down as going down to the planet for now.
Shuttle optional.
Return
We
optional.
toss it. Yeah, no, return's not optional. He can find another way.
All right, so he's being removed from the ship. All right.
That was easy.
Uh-huh.
All right, are we stopping here? Because then I want to go and get dinner and laundry started.
Yeah, if is there
No
anything
laundry
else?
for you, Mel.
That'll be a problem then, because
I'm kidding.
I'll be out of underwear for the next week.
Mother of God.
I don't see the problem.
Don't see why this needs to be discussed on my stream either.
No.
Come on, these are
Sorry,
are
folks.
important these important philosophical questions to establish.
Let's go ahead and establish that whether this is the end of this session or not. Is there anything else that anybody else wants to do before I close it down?
Nope.
No.
I'm Gucci.
Okay, so yeah, we'll go ahead and end here. Remember that next week is our bye week, so we're looking at a 2-week break.
Okay.
Which is good because I'm probably not going to be available next weekend. Sorry, guys.
That's fine. Even for the other
so-
game. Dang.
And none of them.
Yep.
Okay.
I will
well.
see you guys later.
All right, later, Mel. We'll
See you
reconvene
later.
this
Night, Mel.
game on the 8th.
Night, Mel.